What's up, everybody? If you're in Taiwan and you drink local beer, there's a chance that you've drank this man's beer right here. I want to introduce you to Jim Sung, founder of Jim and Dad's Brewery in Elan.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Thanks for coming out, brother. I appreciate it. How's things, man?
Not bad. It's okay.
It's okay, yeah?
It's not bad. You see, business recovering for everybody, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
how's the tap room, man? How's the tap room doing now?
So we have a tap room in Dadaocheng.
Okay.
That one's been pretty slow for the past couple months.
Okay.
Because of the virus.
Because of the area? Sure.
Yeah, and it's a lot of tourists in the area usually, but now with no tourists going around.
Yeah.
I think it's picking up because people are coming out to drink a lot more now.
Okay.
People feel safer.
I think right now it's kind of the numbers are, looking pretty decent in Taiwan.
Yeah. I heard today that they're gonna relax everything by mid-June or something, early June, I think.
Yeah, I think because of all the 470 or whatever cases,
it kind of stopped at that number.
People are recovering.
Yeah,
and I believe it's about like 13 or 16 left or something like that.
Yeah,
which is awesome, right? So in a week or 2 weeks, maybe it'll be zero, and we'll be
and
like
there are like no new cases and all that stuff. So,
no new cases. So
hopefully that's what that pulls through, man.
I love that, man. Yeah. So while we wait for our beer and wings, before we actually start, do you mind introducing yourself for those of you out there that don't know who Jim is? Here comes the wings.
My name's Jim. I started a brewery called Jim and Dad's, I don't know, 6-7 years ago.
Wow, that long already.
2013, yeah.
2013.
I started late 2013, and we opened in 2015. So,
Okay.
A lot of hard work.
Yeah.
But, pull through.
Thank you. That's perfect. Thanks, Lily.
Oh, wow, okay.
Stuff on that side. This is round one, man. So these are not too
scary.
They're not too crazy. They're not too crazy.
I'm not a big spicy person.
You're not a big spice guy, right?
Spice guy.
Yeah, man. I mean,
I can smell it.
The round one is pretty chill. It's not. I actually left my cheat sheet to tell me which one they are, but I made them. It's all good. Yeah, brother. So, how about Elan?
Elan's actually doing not that bad.
Okay.
Because tourism is. Yay, beer!
Yeah, all right. We got some beer. So why don't you tell people what we're drinking here? Yeah.
So we're drinking the Summer Mosaic, which is one of our best-selling beers.
That's good. Thank you.
It's a very classic styled pale ale, but with a very upfront hop flavor.
Okay.
But with not that bitter at all. So
okay. Actually, this is one of our better sellers here at this restaurant.
Yeah. I think this will sell very well in any kind of restaurant.
Yeah. I think it's it's light, but it's not as light as a lager. It's kind of got a little bit of the hoppiness, but it's not. You can have it. It's like sessionable. You can drink it, a lot of it.
Yeah, it's dry enough. It's dry enough, and it's not. It's not.
Aftertaste is nice.
Yeah, but you still get that nice big hop flavor.
You know what's funny? This sells very well here, but we actually sell. The hop bomb sells very well as well here. How does that do compared to this one?
My joke is that beer is for alcoholics.
Okay.
Yeah, but people but it's not like that because it's higher. It's the alcohol percentage is higher.
9.7, right? Yeah.
It's definitely hoppier and some people just like that stuff. I actually convinced my dad to switch off of whiskey to drink exclusively this beer. So it's been going on for 2-3 years now.
Really?
So
okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's great. It's funny because on Thursdays we have specials on Jim and Dad's beer, right? And we get people come in and they're like, I give the special price, and then they see the hop bomb 9.7 for that price for the special, and they're just like, holy crap! They'll sit there and they're like, I'm going to drink this one all night. And then after 3, they're like, woo, okay, yeah. That's funny. That's too funny.
Yeah, because it's. I think we do a lot of very good beers that are higher percentage and higher alcohol percentage beers. We do them very well.
I think so too.
Typically, when people do higher percentage beers, the beers tend to taste very alcoholic. like very
True.
very
Plate. Yeah.
very warm. But when we do it, it's very
Yeah, no.
yeah.
I have
It's
no
not as noticeable.
Plates. Hands. Yeah, we forgot to grab them.
Oh,
yeah.
we're gonna share. We're gonna okay.
Yeah. So what we do is we start from this side and we go all the way down.
Okay.
This is just the basic buffalo, so we'll start with that.
Okay.
Yeah? All right. So you can go drum or you can go wing, whatever you like.
Okay.
Man. You're the guest. Grab whatever you like.
Okay. Which one do you like? Because I don't think I can finish the whole thing anyways. So.
I'll take the top one. It's all
Okay,
good, dude.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I haven't eaten yet dinner. All right.
I had a late lunch.
There you go, man. There you go. So
Yeah,
what'd you have for lunch?
I think I braised some short ribs or something.
Okay.
That's I made a while ago. Oh, this is.
So that's just the basic Frank's, man. You know, like Frank's hot sauce, some butter, the basic buffalo. It's
Yeah,
pretty
it's
light
pretty good.
today, yeah. It's decent. It's decent, right? So right now, if I were to ask you, what's your favorite local drink right now? Local pint. It can be
What do you
Jim and
mean?
Dad's. Like, what's your favorite local beer right now?
Right now?
Right now, because I mean, it changes.
Well, I'm
Everyone's
drinking
brewing.
some Mosaic,
Yeah.
so I would say
Yeah.
it's this one.
This one, okay. So this one started as kind of like a summertime special. Summertime, let's brew this guy for the summer.
The idea
Yeah.
was actually this is the first recipe that at our brewery that we came up with ourselves.
Oh, nice. Okay.
That we brewed because when we started out, we
Yeah.
we had people coming in to teach us how to brew and stuff.
Okay.
But and the recipe was developed with that person.
Okay. Okay.
But this is the first one we actually planned the whole thing out ourselves and did it. And I mean, we've been trying to make it better. It didn't start out this great.
No, it's definitely.
Yeah.
It's definitely got.
But
It was good already, but I think it's gotten.
yeah, because it's about perfecting a recipe to make
agree,
it
for
make
sure.
it what it is.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
the reason it's called the Summer Mosaic is because we just figured it tastes great. It tastes just like a summer kind of beer.
Okay.
So
yeah. Like sessionable, light,
yeah,
nice
yeah,
flavor,
And
right?
good clarity and
Yeah.
just very just a very
Good.
drinkable beer. And then Mosaic is just a hop. So
Mosaic's the hop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, like I was saying, this is probably one of our top sellers. It's got to be top, if not top one. It's definitely one or two. But this one, I mean, I think I order every week this one from you because this one's pretty solid. One or two, a couple kegs a week. It's pretty good.
yeah,
I love it.
that's a fantastic beer, man.
It's good stuff, brother. So I saw we're just talking about other beers, like the heavier sort of beers, right?
Right. Yeah.
And like this is probably one of them. I think you're doing a lot of bourbon barrel aged things.
Yeah. So
Wow. Okay, it's crazy.
this one we do a lot of bourbon. We're probably the brewery that does the most barrel aging.
Okay.
In Taiwan.
And where did the barrel age sort of influence come from for you?
Well, we just you see what the other breweries and around the world's doing, and then you just kind of go like, you know what, I can do that.
Okay. Okay.
I want to try that.
Sure.
And we started out doing it, and it just
I seen.
I'm a big fan of brewing, so I just kind of
just keep
work.
going. Just
Yeah,
try
yeah,
everything,
and you
right?
try to test and understand everything, and everything goes through. Yeah.
I think you were selling some barrels. I seen. Huh? Was that you selling barrels
Yes,
online?
yes.
What was
So,
that about?
we
so
only
if you guys
use-
are looking for barrels.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we know a guy.
Yeah, we only use barrels once. So
Okay. Okay.
we sell the barrels after the use. So if anybody's interested,
Okay.
we sell.
So why use them? Why once? Does the
Yeah,
quality kind of go down,
so usually for spirits, when they are put in the barrels, the spirits are at maybe 60%
Okay.
something alcohol, right?
That's very high, yeah.
So the barrels are pretty much clean. But for beer, it's usually 13. So at that
Okay.
percentage, it's
so the beer you put in is not 13. It is 13.
Oh no, the beer we put in is around, I say, 10 to 15, right?
Okay,
Between
okay.
that.
Okay.
And so it's not as safe in terms of keeping the barrel clean after you remove the beer.
Understandable.
Because when the beer's inside, it's fine. But once you remove it, there is a risk.
Okay.
So, and it's not like a food illness kind of risk. It's just you risk making the beer sour with some sort of, lactic acid kind of bacteria. But if you're using spirits, because these are all most of the barrels we use are bourbon barrels.
Yeah.
So they're pretty clean and they're charred on the inside. We've had people make gaoliang and then put it and get the barrels from us and age
bourbon barrel aged gaoliang sounds pretty. That sounds good. Actually,
so we've had people do that. And
that's a smart thing, man.
And we've only been doing barrel aging beers for 2 years. So all the barrel aged gaoliang that have been aging in our barrels been going on maybe 1 year only. So we'll see after a couple of years, maybe people will start seeing a lot more barrel aged gaoliang on the market.
You know what's funny? The last time I went to Mexico, I went to a tequila store, right?
Right.
And I went in, and I know a little bit about tequila, but if you go to Mexico to a tequila store, it's like next level, right? So I go in there. There's hundreds of kinds of tequilas, and I'm asking for recommendations, and they're like, well, what do you like? And I'm like, well, what sells? I'm like, well, Patron sells, and then they're like, Patron, and they're blown away because they didn't even know that in Guadalajara, they don't know that in the outside world, outside of Mexico, Patron with the marketing is huge. It's massive because of marketing, right? So, but in Mexico, nobody knows that. They're like, Patron. They thought it was so random that I would say Patron.
So is Patron like the
it's like Corona?
Brand? It's the cheap brand.
It's you know what? In Mexico, tequila is very cheap.
Right. I
mean, So I don't know. I think it's probably not cheap in Mexico, but it's something that no one would think of buying. You know what I mean? It would be like in Taiwan, say some like random brand of gaoliang. People would be like, oh, why would you choose that brand?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because, the locals drink this brand, right? So I got a tequila that they recommended. It was the best I had. And it was a tequila that was bourbon barrel aged as well. It was incredible. Oh my God. It was the best tequila I've ever had. And I loved it, man. I think anything that's barrel aged is it's like next level, man.
Yeah, because I think especially bourbon barrels, because they're always new barrels. So bourbon is one of the most unique barrels where you can only use it once.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So they would char the barrel, age the bourbon in it, and after a certain amount of years, they take the bourbon out and they have to use a new barrel. So they have to get rid of that bourbon barrel. So bourbon barrel is the most the easiest to get. Most available. And because they char it, and because they're so new, you can get so much flavor out of them.
And that's when you throw a beer in there, and a beer absorbs the flavor.
Yeah. So actually, a lot of people do bourbon barrel age. A lot of rum barrels are bourbon. Cask. So
the ones that you're selling are now for decoration, or you think people can still use them for something, or what do you think?
It really depends. When the barrel. If we think the barrel condition is good, we would sell it. We would prioritize selling it to people who are going to make something with it. But we can tell if the barrel's probably not going to work. So
So then, if you were to sell ones that were not work, you could just maybe like decoration. Maybe I've seen places make tables out of them and stuff.
Yeah, well, you just have to put the barrel somewhere, and it's like a table.
It looks
it's like
cool.
A stool, right?
It's very cool.
It's a table or a.
They're pretty cool. Maybe we'll get some barrels because we need some outdoor seating pretty soon here.
Yeah, because barrels look great, man.
They do look great. Yeah, maybe we'll have to figure that out, man. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Let's jump on the next one, dude. So the next one is a chipotle, honey chipotle.
Okay.
So it's still not too spicy. But
so these are the ones you have available at your restaurant.
They are. These are the ones that we make all the sauces here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
but which level do you go up to at the restaurant?
We don't go to the second round for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
shit, man.
Unless people really ask them.
Because these I have regularly. Yeah, these I have regularly.
I know. So
that's
get
fine.
in there, brother. Yeah.
Okay, I'll get
do whatever you want, brother. You're the man today. Enjoy, man. If it was 8 absolute killers, it wouldn't be fun for anyone, man. I'd have ulcers all over. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, this one's good. I think this is one I get all the time.
So what is the origin story of Jim and Dad's. Why is Jim and Dad's Jim and Dad's? Why did you guys start brewing in Taiwan? I mean, there was no craft beer 10 years ago. Now there's a good amount, I think, right?
1 million of them.
Yeah, 1 million of them. But I've definitely seen... There was a point when there was just so many of them, and I just kept getting so many samples of craft beer from my restaurant.
Yeah.
And
that happens a lot.
A lot of them were skunked out, and a lot of them were... It tastes as if the bottles weren't washed properly and stuff like that. I mean, I'm not going to mention any names because that's not what it's about. But I've had some that were definitely off. And then those guys kind of disappeared a little bit. And
yeah, actually a couple breweries went out of business. So
yeah, so I think I would say there's maybe 5 to 10 that are still rocking solidly. I think. I mean, I don't know. I haven't really counted, never really thought about it. But I think Jim and Dad's is one of the big ones because you got the brew pub, right? You're the only ones that are doing a double IPA because everyone thought it was. They're like, no, no one's going to buy a double IPA, and now it's probably I would imagine it's a good seller.
It is a surprisingly good seller.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think it's a very weird. It's much more of a niche market because most Taiwanese people don't like drinking.
Don't want to have that.
Yeah, they like beers that are more sessionable. So
to be honest, here when people want to come in and they want to just have a couple beers and get a nice buzz, or even one beer and get a nice buzz, they definitely go for the hop bomb.
That's what I do too.
Right, but the funny thing is, usually, like what you were saying earlier, usually when you have a beer that's high alcohol, it tastes like almost like rubbing alcohol. You drink it and it's really
too alcoholic.
It's really not enjoyable. I think the first time I had a beer over 10% was maybe 10 years ago or so. I was in Danshui, and we went to this this little bar that had hundreds of whoa, it's popular day today. Oh man, it's crazy in here today. Yeah, that's awesome. Basically, they had hundreds of different kinds of beers, and then they had one called like Golden Drac. I think it's Belgian.
Yeah, Golden Drac.
And then someone's like, "I'm going to buy you this beer," and I'm like, "Okay, cool, buy me whatever you want." So I had one.
You didn't like that one?
That was 10 years ago. Maybe now I would, but at that time. It was really strong. Like it was not an enjoyable.
Was it the dark one or was it the golden one?
It was dark.
It was dark.
Yeah, I think so. It was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I think.
And it was very. It was really heavy alcohol, and I mean, I got a buzz off of one beer.
Yeah.
And I was, I'm happy with getting a buzz off one beer. Everyone is. But it was pretty heavy duty, man.
That's a special.
It wasn't that enjoyable? Yeah,
that's the Belgian style kind of beer. I have a story about Belgian beers.
Let's have it. I love Belgian beers.
So when I graduated from college, I took a 3-week trip to Europe.
Really? Nice.
Just like a backpacking kind of trip. And then what happened was, I was in. I forget. Brussels. I was in Brussels.
The muscles of Brussels. That's where Van Damme is from. Yeah, the muscles from Brussels.
So I went to Brussels and I stayed at a youth hostel, and at night a British guy took us all out to drink beer.
Yeah.
And because Belgian beer is famous, and I was like, oh yeah, sure, I can drink beer, right?
Yeah, sure.
Fuck that shit.
Exactly.
And then
hell yeah.
And then we were drinking. Obviously, we were all drinking beers that are Belgian stuff, and I never looked at the alcohol percentage.
Yeah.
And I did, after like 3 or 4 beers, I kind of go, I kind of feel,
I'm buzzing.
This is pretty bad.
I'm buzzing.
Yeah, I turned over the bottle and I looked, and it said 13%. I remember, and I just went, oh shit, I'm fucked. Yeah,
that makes sense. That's funny.
So I think that was a crazy night. Somebody ended up peeing on the EU. Justice. I'm not ashamed to mention this. I didn't participate.
It wasn't Jim peeing on the EU.
Yeah, I never peed on that. Jim
doesn't pee on the EU.
Yeah, I love the EU.
He loves the EU.
Yeah,
especially the beer. Yeah.
No, but I don't want to get political.
Yeah. No, sure. Okay. Yeah.
Some of your viewers might not like that.
Yeah, that's okay. I mean, to be honest, I don't really know much about it, so it'll be a pretty lame one, I think. But
but that was a crazy night. A bunch of the guys were like drunk, and they walked up to that place and were peeing everywhere and stuff, and it was weird. Never spoke to them ever again.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I have a story similar to yours, but it's here. I was sitting here. I had a lager. I think I had a long john with Philip, right?
Oh,
Phillip,
yeah, Philip,
our favorite
Philip
customer.
the man.
Philip's the man, right? He's probably watching. Shout out to Philip, man. He's actually in Hong Kong right now.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, he went to Hong Kong. He said he had to go over there for a couple months, and yeah, it's a little tight, but I think it's okay right now. Hong Kong, it's not too bad. But basically, I had a beer with. It was kind of a slow night.
Right.
Philip was here. He was having. He drinks all the summer Mosaic, man. Philip's the man. So he comes, has a couple summers. You know, I had a couple lagers because usually I'll try to do something light if I got to go home and put my daughter to sleep or whatever, right? Right. So like, okay, cool. It was a slow night. My wife left early. She took my daughter home early, and I was just like, wait a minute, I think I can go out now. It's like great. I was like, great. So I'm like, Philip, what are you up to? He's like, well, if you want to go for beers, let's go up to Wolfpack. I'm like, all right, let's go up to Wolfpack.
Right down there.
Yeah, Wolfpack just up there. Just
down the street.
The corner. Shout out to Patrick at Wolfpack. So went up to Wolfpack, and we go in there, and I look at the tap wall, and I'm like, oh, we got a Jim and Dad's bourbon beer, right? I'm like, oh, yummy.
Oh,
right?
no.
Excellent. I'm like, that's what I like. I love that stuff, right? Yeah. I love your bourbon beers. Who was doing bourbon? Kentucky. Remember Kentucky was bringing that in for a while?
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Because I'm a bit of a sweet tooth, right?
Yeah,
so that
because
sweetness,
bourbon's got that.
And it's got that sweetness.
Vanilla, honey kind of flavor.
I love that. So not so much fruit beer, sweet, but like that bourbon, it's beautiful. Anyways, so we go in there. Oh, Jim and Dad's got like a bourbon barrel stout, something like that. I'm like, perfect. I'll take one of those. They're like, full pint or half pint. I'm like, yeah, I bring the full pint on. So come out. It's black. That's right. Big ass pint. They have big pints. Sit there. I'm drinking it. You can taste the alcohol.
Oh, no.
You can taste the alcohol, but I like that. It's a nice bourbon-y flavor. So I'm drinking that. Chatting with Philip. We have some chips or whatever. I dig into their cookies. I'm like, can I have a cookie? And they're like, yeah, okay. Like, all right. So I'm like eating their cookies at Wolfpack. And so, okay, I'm like, hey, I'll have one more. And then, I'm drinking my second one. And then I kind of get up to go to the bathroom, and it's like, woo. It's like I hit the wall. Yeah, and I was like, what's going on? And then I messaged you.
Yeah, I remember that.
I took a picture of it.
I remember that.
And I'm like, hey, this is really good, man. But I'm buzzing off like really like I'm close to shit faced off of 2 beers. What's going on?
Yeah.
And you were just like, did you get like full pints? I'm like, yeah, I had 2 full pints of this. He's like, oh, that's 12.9%. I was like, okay, that makes sense.
That's a beer. That's a beer. We don't even offer those in pints at our brewery because people
get messed up off of that.
People don't because it's beer. People kind of not realize that it's maybe twice or close to 3 times the percentage of a normal beer. Yeah. So
it's like a pint of wine.
Yeah,
but like but it's stronger. Feels stronger.
It's a pint of wine.
I could probably drink a pint of wine and not buzz like that. I was buzzing big time, and I was like, woo. It was an interesting walk home, man, because I was just like, wow.
It's a good walk home. It was very good. It's good once in a while to just get.
Because Taiwan was a great place.
Yeah, because we're both business owners, and business owners need those days.
You know what? We do need those days because right now we closed the other shop because we couldn't find people. We're closing there twice a week. This was going to be closed twice a week. We decided, okay, let's close that one. Let's focus on this one 7 days a week. And it's been busy. It's been busy 7 days a week, and it's great. Yeah. But there are the days where you need to just get out and be like, man. Yeah. So I mean, I'll do a Wolfpack, or I'll go to Patio, or I'll go somewhere in the area. I very rarely leave the area, unfortunately. But this summer we're gonna do a day trip, maybe an overnighter at Phillips, and we'll hit up some Jim and Dad's.
Oh, sweet, yeah. No, but I really Timu's a very weird place. People come here, people live here, kind of just get sucked into it. Yeah, you have everything in Timu. You don't really have to move anywhere.
We've even got a movie theater. We've got
three shopping malls. You got 3 department store shopping
3 department stores, a Sogo, a Xinguang Sanyue, and a Takashimaya, right? And you're just like, okay.
Do you have viewers who are watching from abroad?
Yeah, I do. I do get some. I do get some from all over.
Guys, if you ever travel to Taiwan after all this shit is over, Timu's the place to be, okay?
Come on out, get some good beers. Yeah. We've always got some Jim and Dad's on tap. It's delicious.
I grew up here. It's a fantastic place to live.
It's funny because you don't really realize it, but then you're like, I never leave here. It's
you
crazy.
don't even have to go out to the city.
Yeah,
you have everything here. Really everything is great. Arguably the best Indian food in all of Taiwan.
Oh, for sure. You've
arguably all the best Mexican food in all of Taiwan.
I'll take that. I'll take that one. And we got the pretty good damn beers on tap too.
Yes.
And we actually, the good thing is that
I know all the brewery owners.
Yeah,
these are all great beers.
They're all great beers, right? And I have a pretty good relationship, I think, with the brewery guys.
Yeah.
And so I'm always happy. I want to sell their beers. I get a good price. I can give a good price. It's win-win. People like to come in. We have special prices during the week on everybody's beers. And, on Thursdays, we got Jim's. Jim's stuff is delicious, man. It's
fantastic. I probably need another.
Do you want to? How about we want to crack this bad boy? Or
let's do that.
So Jim brought this to me about a month or 2 months ago, and he's like, "I got this beautiful bourbon barrel aged thing. It's just for you. We're not really selling it to anybody, and it's just for you." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And then I thought, I'm saving it for a special occasion, and that's today.
So we bottled about 400 bottles of these, so it's not that widely available.
Yeah, okay.
We've sold out all the ones we want to sell, and we're just giving these out to people we know.
That's beautiful, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
And so this is a fun beer. This is a Brandy cask, a Brandy barrel aged beer.
Okay.
And we aged it in a Brandy cask for a year, and then we then we added some sour cherry juice to the barrel.
Oh man!
And aged it for another year. So it's been a cask for 2 years.
It's a 2-year beer.
It's a 2-year beer. It's 11% alcohol.
Well, I don't want to share it with you anymore, man. All right.
It's a very surprisingly
wow.
It's surprisingly sweet. I would admit.
That sounds good to me.
But I figured it would be great for this event because since we're doing all these spicy wings.
Let's do it.
This is such a strong and intense flavor, and it's so sweet and sour and everything with it. I think it goes well with strong flavors.
You're the man, dude. Crack
and
that
I would
bad
like
boy
to
open.
say that do people always watch or do people listen to?
They do both. We have the podcast, so we have the audio only versions, and we watch as well.
So for the people who are on audio, you can't see this, but this has a cork on it.
Okay.
And we did a terrible job at putting it on, so it'll probably take a while for me to open it.
Oh shoot! Okay. That's funny. Let's grab that wing and then we'll open it. Yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
So number 3, that is I'm a big fan of Korean wings.
Okay.
So that's sort of our version of a Korean wing.
Okay,
right?
cool.
So,
Cool.
So it's not too spicy.
Right,
So jump in on that.
One.
Yeah. It's a little sweet. So it's Korean style. Actually, my daughter loves this one. So.
Oh, this is fantastic too.
Okay. Oh yeah, I love that. It's a good one, yeah.
Fantastic, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny because the ones like that, we've got our Hakka pork tacos and the Korean wings, and people are like, "What the hell? At a Mexican restaurant? What are you doing?" I'm like, just want to have a couple in there that are like fusion-y, right?
Yeah.
And then they sell like crazy. Everybody loves those Korean wings.
Yeah, these are delicious.
They're pretty good, right? Yeah. Excellent. I'm glad you like it. So you can. What do you need?
We're probably gonna need some sort of a pencil or a chopstick or something. All
right, let me go grab that, man.
All right.
Lily, can you grab a knife or a knife?
Something that I can stick in here so I can twist it open.
Have a chopstick or something, or a pen or something. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. I didn't even know that it was going to be that big of a thing.
It's
okay. It's all good. Yeah.
We planned it to be much more professional than this, but hey, man,
that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
So you got to
never plan this ahead. Never plan things ahead. This is not going to work.
Like a screwdriver. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hey, we're live, you guys. So you get to see all the behind-the-scenes action right here while I enjoy. We get to see Jim work while I enjoy my summer mosaic here.
There we go. See, I've always been a big fan of pencils.
Okay.
Because
you can erase your mistakes, or what?
I think is that a common saying?
No, I don't know. I just made it up. I think.
Really? Yeah, that's pretty cool. If you made that up,
I don't know. I'm
guys,
not that talented,
if that's what Eddie makes up,
legend status.
Yeah, that's a legend saying status. Okay,
there's got to be. I'm sure I'm not the first person that has said that. Yeah. All right.
Hey, you're probably the first person on camera who said that.
That's right. I'll take it. TM.
Yeah, exactly.
TM.
Please
pay me $1 every time you use that one.
Next time you use that, make sure you send it $1. Do you have a Patreon?
Beer. We don't have a Patreon. No, we do not. We do not. Yeah. I mean, what we're trying to do is we're trying to share the stories of cool people in Taiwan. The channel is growing decently, actually, but there's a lot behind a channel, man. I mean, keywords and all this crazy stuff. It's a little.
There we go.
It's crazy.
All right, so we're gonna use this, right?
Yeah, we're gonna use these guys right here.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a big lefty.
No, that's good.
Okay, you don't want to drink. You don't want to start out with too much of this.
Okay.
Go easy on it because it's very sweet.
Okay. That's a big bottle, though. I like that. Yeah.
Some people think drinking beer with ice is blasphemy. I don't mind drinking this beer with ice.
You want some ice?
No, but that's basically what this beer is.
Oh, because it cools off faster. Oh, wow. Pretty nice. Oh, yeah, we can get some ice and chuck it in there.
This is number 27. Bottle 27.
Being quiet, man. Yeah?
Each bottle has a number on it. Number 27.
That's it. I love that. So every beer has a taste or a style, right?
Yeah.
So every brewer has their own taste, their own style.
Yeah.
How did you develop your style?
Well, I wouldn't say we I think I started out doing a lot more American stuff, but I moved since we were operating in Taiwan, we try to adopt
like candy, man. I love that.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a deceptively it sounds like a beer geek kind of wet dream, and it sounds kind of very it sounds very complex and very
thank you.
How do you say this?
I don't know. You know what? It tastes like.
It sounds like a hipster beer, but it is not. It is a everyday beer. This is the beer if you go on a date with somebody and they say they don't drink beer, you make them drink this beer.
You know what it tastes like?
They would absolutely love you.
One of my favorite things is coconut. It's got like a little cherry coconut. It's got a coconutty aftertaste, which I love, man.
The coconut flavor comes from the barrel. And
okay, I love that.
The sweet and sour comes from the cherry.
Okay, yeah. There's plenty of ice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go straight with ice.
There's plenty of ice. So.
I need a lot of ice with this beer.
Oh yeah, it's pretty yummy, man. I'm enjoying that. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Go
fill it up.
Yeah.
It's for today, man. I wanted to thank you for coming out, man. I appreciate that.
Hey, man,
I know you're busy, dude.
Guys, come live in Tianmu or come visit Tianmu. Tianmu is such a nice place.
It is a great. You know, the funny thing we were talking earlier. Well, not funny, but we were talking earlier about the whole coronavirus thing, right?
Yeah.
And usually, Tianmu's downfall is, it's so far. Oh, there's no MRT. Oh, this, all that. But now, it's a little bit isolated, and I think like our business has been great. I mean, our business has been pretty good. A couple of guys I know around here. Enrico's got Divino, where my old shop one was. He's doing amazing.
I was just there a couple.
Yeah, it's good
just
stuff,
2 days ago
right?
on
really
Sunday.
Good.
I was there on Sunday.
Really good food, right?
Very good.
Shout out to
very good Italian.
Shout out to Enrico at Divino. It's delicious food. On the corner, the king of Tianmu. I'm trying to get him on the show. Cedric, right? The coffee shop, Lutetia.
Oh yeah, Lutetia.
Yeah, the king of Tianmu, right? Yeah.
Is he coming on the show?
I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Come on, Cedric. Come on, brother. We love you, man. We got to get you on, man. We actually want to, it's good stuff. So there's quite a few people, and I think if you take care of your customers, people are coming, right? And they trust you. They trust you're clean. They trust, you're sanitizing everything. And I think it's been pretty good. So far, so good, man. Out here in Tianmu, it's been pretty solid. Can't complain.
Yeah.
So the whole little isolation, Tianmu's so isolated. has really worked in our favor in this case, and it's been good. We've been getting a lot of new customers that seem like they usually go to high-end restaurants, but they're like, maybe we don't go to a high-end. We're going to come to this sort of medium-endish place, have a couple beers, have a wine. We're getting our wine from Enrico as well. It's been pretty good, man. It's been pretty good so far.
It's fantastic. I think a lot of people who usually, Taiwanese people who usually live abroad are coming back right now.
I think so,
I was talking to a lot of people. I was talking to a couple of people at our bar, I think, and people were just like, "Oh yeah, I usually live
the safest place. I
usually
right
live
now, right?
where so and so which place," and then it's like, I came back in Taiwan in March and just staying here.
Yeah,
I came out of quarantine and now just staying here and can't go abroad.
Everywhere's like shut down, right? I mean, so many places are shut down.
A lot of places still pretty bad.
Yeah, it's a lot. I mean, I think in the States it's pretty bad.
I heard
right?
South America.
Mexico's bad.
Mexico's bad. Yeah. South America's also pretty bad. Getting pretty bad now. So
it's a sad situation actually because you know there's countries like let's say like Europe, where there's all the benefits and all that stuff, but I saw this sort of post about Mexican people in Mexico, and they were saying they actually straight up said this is not Europe. If we don't work, we don't eat. So So it's a crazy situation, man. It's a crazy situation. So I hope it's gonna pass.
Yeah, guys, don't watch the
we've
news.
Been lucky. We've been lucky. It's bad. It's always bad.
Watching the news just makes me really depressed nowadays.
I actually don't watch the news because I haven't watched the news for years. I've been way happier without watching it.
Really,
because it's always bad. It's always bad news. Like this guy's bad. This guy. Well, like, geez, man, take it easy.
Yeah,
nice.
It's just it's very depressing to think about.
All right, brother, let's finish off round one here. Yeah. So
Wings.
that's a cayenne pepper wing.
Okay,
well,
we're getting
slowly up there.
We're getting up there.
So jump in there, brother.
All right.
I'm gonna get some more of this. This tastes like cherry candy covered in coconut. That's what it tastes like to me, and I'm a huge cherry guy and an absolute massive coconut guy, because coconut brings me back to being a kid, man, back home in Mexico and going to visit. Go to Mexico like almost every summer. You go there, you get your coconuts. I got a funny story, in Mexico when you go get your coconuts, they cut off the top, they throw a straw in, right? Every tropical country does that. You drink out the water, and then you give it back to them. And they're like masters of the machete, right? They take it, they cut it in half, they scrape it all up, and all the meat, all the coconut meat inside, they make it into a little bowl, and you sit there and you eat it.
Oh, wow.
But most Mexicans, they add salt, lemon, and hot sauce.
Yeah.
Right? So sal, chile, limon. They put that all in there, and Mexicans just munch on that all day. So in Taiwan, first time I found a coconut guy, I'm like, boom, okay. Chops it up, throws a straw in there. I'm drinking it. Beautiful. Excellent. I'm very excited, right? I love it. I'm living on a tropical island now. So I give the coconut back to the guy. He takes it, boom, throws it into the big old garbage can. And I was like, what's going on? And he's just like, what? I'm like, you're not going to scrape out the meat? What's up, dude? And he's just looking at me like, what are you talking about? Nobody does that. And I'm like, well, in Mexico, they do that. He's just like, what?
But I always find it interesting because as a Taiwanese person, I always find it interesting. When I was in California, I go to these, I see all these fruit stands where they would add like chili powder and stuff on the fruit. And that's just something that it's so hard for Taiwanese people to comprehend. When I was there, I was like, holy shit, what?
Yeah.
Chili powder on a mango? Chili powder on a strawberry?
On an apple.
Yeah, it's
my mom would just apple, salt, hot sauce, chili powder, just whatever, and then just lemon on everything. It's just like, shh. It's just like, it's crazy. Lily, can you, round two, yeah? Round two, yeah?
But it's fantastic. It's
delicious. I love it.
It is a very unique taste. I really have to say.
For sure, man.
And yeah,
they even have powdered salsa in Mexico. It's called the tajin, and you put that on everything. It's just like a condiment, man. It's crazy. It sounds weird, but when you try, it's delicious.
Do you think that will work with Taiwanese fruit?
Yeah, I think so too. I think so. I mean, I don't know if Taiwanese would like it, but with fruit like mangoes and stuff, I think so. I think it would do well, man. Yeah. So we're finished round one. No problem, right? You're worried for no reason, brother.
This is easy. This is easy.
All good.
This is easy. I'm saving this for because I don't know how bad these are gonna get. The next round.
Well, the next round gets crazy.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go easy on it.
So what we do halfway through?
Okay.
Play a little Street Fighter, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
it's a good fucking show. We play Street
Fighter. It's not bad. We play Street Fighter,
it's a
right?
Good fucking show.
I'm sorry, the podcast you don't get to see us play, but you get to see us. You get to listen, right? All right.
Is this live? People are watching us play?
Yes, sir.
Did you grow up on this game?
I did grow up on this game, man.
I grew up watching people play this game.
Hit start. Find your guy. Yeah, man. So I played this. Pick your guy. I'm good, bro. There you go, dude.
Yeah,
all right. You're going. Okay.
Chun-Li's good.
Chun-Li's awesome. I had a
hot.
She is hot.
Sorry.
Check this out. Boom. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
So I actually had a professional, Taiwan's first professional MMA fighter, women's MMA fighter.
Okay.
She went all the way to the belt in one championship, which is like the Taiwanese, which is the Asian UFC. And
but
she picked Chun-Li too. It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Button mashing is the way to go.
Button mashing, yeah. What kind of games are you? What's your game? Do you have a game?
I play. When I was growing up, I play mostly like ITS, real-time strategy games.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm trying to think. ITS, real-time strategy. Those are spicy.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh, I can't even throw a fireball.
Oh no!
Ooh, smell those. Those ones are hot. Those ones are hotter for sure. Yeah, those are definitely.
It looks dangerous.
A little bit. Oh man, this cherry is good. The cherry bomb.
Yeah, it's fantastic. I think it sounds like a
2-year-old beer, man. It's crazy.
It sounds like such a hipster beer, but it is not. It's such a. It
tastes like coconut and cherries, and the coconut's absolutely it's fantastic. Oh my god, I'm getting my butt whipped here.
Oh, nice! You got a good crop tonight.
Yeah. You know, like I was saying, after we start to focus on one place, it's been great, man. It's been great, you know. And so, like on a Wednesday night, when we started to do this show, Wednesdays were empty. Wednesday was the slowest day of the week. Couldn't do anything to get people in the door. And we started doing half-price wings on Wednesday. That helped a little bit. And I thought, I've been wanting to do the podcast for a long time because the best part of this business for me is the people. You get to meet so many cool people. So you have these people, and I think, okay, I'm going to do it live. I did it. We have a little office. I did it from the office for a few episodes, and it was weird. It didn't work out so well. And I thought, let's do it in the restaurant. We're going to pick a slow day. Yeah. We're going to do it in the restaurant. And the goal is to pack out the restaurant on a Wednesday, right? But if we don't, we can actually cut the restaurant in half, right? We can actually cut the restaurant in half, right?
Right.
And that's what we're doing. So we cut the restaurant in half. And it doesn't matter because it's a slow day, right? But now it's good. Now it's been pretty good. Oh, now I'm getting my ass beat. Hold up. Telling stories.
Oh, no.
Telling stories. Oh, God. Telling stories here. I'm getting my butt whipped here.
Oh, no.
There we go. Oh, no. Oh, time's up.
Oh, time's up.
Got me beat, dude. All right, we'll do one more. And then we'll jump onto the wing.
Yeah.
Wow, this is delicious, man. Oh my god.
This is fantastic.
Oh my god.
I'm the strongest woman in the world.
That's delicious, man. Very nice, very nice.
Wait, what do you? Oh, okay, yeah.
So you got to keep, because you won, you keep the same one.
Oh, I keep the same one. Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good. All right.
Bob Saget.
Exactly. There you go.
Playing Bob Saget.
That's right. This guy's actually based on an actual real guy. Apparently.
Okay, I thought it was based on Bob Saget.
I love it. Oh man, I love that. I love that you know who Bob Saget is.
I don't know Bob Saget. I saw it on the show.
Yeah. Bob, do you remember the what's that? Hey, come subscribe for sure, guys. Eddy.live, EDDY.live. Subscribe, man. Take it easy, eh? Oh shit, I got my ass whipped. Kids. Yeah. So that's the thing, man. Tiamu's a good spot, dude. Tiamu's a great spot. It's great for kids. It's great. It's maybe not the best for if you're like a young single dude, but aside from that, it's good to go.
Yeah.
So what do you think as a young single dude?
I think Tiamu.
It's still okay for a young single dude.
I think Tiamu's very very good for family people. Yeah, I would say
sure,
that
for sure. Yeah.
I think Tiamu for young single people, I wouldn't say so. Tiamu closes down very early.
That's true, yeah. And a lot of the reasons is because the neighbors complain. Neighbors.
Yeah. Well, because neighbors are all old people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But it's a very laid back kind of place.
Oh man.
A lot of parties happen at home most of the time. So if you want to,
my ass beats. Oh my gosh. Okay, you beat me twice.
I don't know what I don't know what I did.
Me too.
I really didn't.
I don't usually lose with that guy, but must be the cherry bomb, yeah.
Yeah. It's probably the fact that I'm a bit drunk.
Hey, there you go. Yeah.
I'm very good at video games when I'm drunk.
Hey, there you go. Hey, you know what? When I was in college, same deal, right?
This is a fantastic beer, and I'm gonna keep going on it.
When I was in college, I remember we went out for drinks, and that was when. I mean, I'm way older than you, so we were playing N64.
You're not
was
that
the
old.
thing.
You're not that old.
N64 was the thing, right? So we went out for some beers, and that was when WCW versus NWO came out on N64. It's like a wrestling game.
Yeah.
And so basically, we played the hell out of that game, and we're pretty good. So we went out, we just got smashed. Then we came home, and all the people in the dorm were playing that game, and I walked in just like completely shit-faced. I'm stumbling all over the place. I'm just kind of like, ugh. And then I'm like, they're looking at me and they're like, all right, he's strip-faced. So now we're going to actually beat him this time, right? So I get my controller and I'm just like, and I like whooped everybody. But I remember it because I was proud, but it was rough. It was a rough one, man. It was pretty crazy. Very crazy. It was a crazy one, bro. Yeah. So round 2 on the wings. What do you think? You can chuck these guys out. You good?
No, it's okay. No, it's okay. I'll save these. I'll save these. I'll eat these at the end.
Okay. So
I'm just chilling out, waiting for the
So that's gonna be similar to the last one, the cayenne, but we changed the cayenne pepper to those bird's eye chilies, the Thai bird's eye chilies.
Okay.
So it'll be a little bit hotter. It'll be a little bit hotter, I think.
Okay.
So there you go. Get on it, brother.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh man, that beer is delicious. I wish I didn't share it with you. If you want another summer, let us know, man. I'll fill that up.
Oh yeah, this is spicy, bro. This is good, but it's very spicy. Yeah, this is pretty spicy.
It's getting there, right? We're getting it. Yeah. It's the second round, right? You gotta.
Oh, it's really kicked up the notch.
It did, right? Do you want another summer? Yeah?
Yeah, probably need another beer.
Can we get one more summer? Yeah. Thank you. So, you recently launched, we were talking about it before we went on air, a podcast.
Yes.
So what is Jim's podcast? What's the podcast about? Yes, please. Thank you. So let's talk about your podcast, which is awesome. I remember talking about it. So you were saying, should I do it? And I said, you should do it.
You actually mentioned it. Oh, God.
There we go. It's getting there. Got the milk and the horchata, whatever you need, man.
Oh.
First of all, congrats. That's amazing. I think that for us, people in the service industry, I think we should all have a podcast because there's so many stories and there's so many amazing people and so many situations, good and bad, that we could share. And it's
right.
Some of it's hilarious, some of it is not. So I mean, we've had crazy customers, but yeah. So what is Jim's podcast about? First of all, what's it called? It's in Mandarin, right?
So it's a Chinese podcast. So it's called 汉吉姆一喜酒会友.
Okay.
And it's basically meet friends with Jim, right? Meet friends with Jim with beer.
Okay, perfect. I like
with alcohol. So
yeah,
I try to talk to people. The ideas I talk to people with who are either in the industry or
the brewing
people,
industry, yeah,
or people who I know.
Okay.
So I did an interview. I did 3 interviews with other craft brewers in Taiwan.
Okay. Are you doing like weekly or monthly, bi-weekly? What are you doing?
Bi-weekly.
Okay, bi-weekly. Okay.
Mostly bi-weekly. I'm really not on a strict schedule because I'm pretty busy.
Yeah, sure.
I did an interview with the former master blender for Catalan whiskey, which is right now.
That's very close to Catalan. Is very close to.
Very close to my brewery.
Right? Yeah.
And the master blender. He was the master blender for Catalan for I think 16 years.
Okay.
And he recently left.
16 years.
Yeah, he recently left. He was there since Catalan began. He was a person. So
I'm curious why he left now, but it's
we answered that in the podcast.
Okay.
So
give me a link and I'll put it in the description if you guys want to check out Jim's podcast.
It's one of our most popular episodes.
It would be, yeah. People like that controversy, like, oh, he left.
Yeah, because he left in March, and we did the interview. We released the episode in May, so it's its first interview after 16 years of Capital.
I love that. Okay.
But it was fun, and I like talking to people like that. I recently talked to another person who is my middle school friend, who is also like, she's like a Instagram influencer.
Yeah.
She has like 70,000 followers, something like that.
Nice. We had a couple influencers on here, and those are actually quite popular episodes as well.
Yeah, because
especially if they're a girl and they're good looking, that helps.
So she talks a lot about how we talked a lot about how to manage social media, how to become trending, and how to write posts that are popular. Sure. So it's also focused on entrepreneurship because
because that's a business as well, for sure.
Yeah. And I think it's something that really interests me because
you're an entrepreneur, a beer entrepreneur. That's what I put in the description. Yeah.
Oh shit, man! Oh, that was really spicy.
That was a
Holy
rough one,
shit! Huh? Oh man, I really kicked up a notch. It really is.
Yeah, I need to maybe get something in the middle somewhere. Yeah, that's a kind of a. I think that'll be that's a pretty well. The guy that was just eating wings and he said the Thai is spicy. That was the Thai. Yeah.
Oh wow.
So we do have these on the. They're not on the menu, but if people want them,
it's on special request.
They just ask. Yeah. Oh, because what happens if we get if we put them on the menu, if people get them, they end up
it really is hot.
dumping them. Yeah, you got to be careful. Do not. Rule number 1: don't touch your eyes.
Shit. Oh,
don't touch your eyes. Are they burning?
No.
Are they burning?
No.
Okay, I hope not, man. Okay.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Try not to touch your eyes, because that's a rough one. Yeah.
I know some of my friends are watching.
Okay.
If you can request your drinks with Eddy,
come and check them out.
This is worth it. Yeah, this one, the fifth one is already pretty spicy.
The Thai is rough. It's pretty rough. For sure.
It is.
So the podcast going well. Like I was saying, I think that everybody in the service business, I think, should have some kind of an outlet like this.
Yeah, talk to your customers, right?
Yeah, because you got customers, and to help yourself, man, if you need more. And it's there's just great people. There's a lot of people doing great things out there, and a platform to share that is always good. Always good. Where did the beer come?
Away from that. Away on this Mosaic.
Okay.
You can have the rest.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right.
No, I have more of these at home. So
okay. So I won't share.
I have. We still have this beer on tap at our Dadalton tap room.
On tap? Yeah. Oh, how is that? That must be incredible.
This thing on tap is amazing.
Oh God, yeah.
But it is extremely dangerous, and it's not for the faint of heart.
It's one of those Hey Jim, I had 2 of your beers and I'm shit-faced. What happened? Yeah, it's one of those.
No, it's one of those. It's well, that's one of those. You can do that, but I highly recommend that if you are on a date, and they say they don't like beer.
Okay. Do you like cherries and coconut? Yes, you do.
Yes. It will blow them away.
Yeah, it's okay.
It'll also get them drunk in the process.
Perfect. So it'll be a good date. Either way,
it's not that kind of podcast.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good date because you're like, hey, we're both happy, or hey,
yes,
at least I got a buzz, right? Yeah.
No, because it doesn't taste like a beer at all. It is.
The aftertaste tastes like coconut cream pie or something to me.
It's
so delicious.
It's such a dessert.
It's so delicious,
beer
man.
And delicious.
It's so delicious. I love it.
Guys, get it.
So, you've done some pretty interesting collabs with hotels and different sort of companies all over in the last 7 years.
Right.
Do you have any sort of favorites or any kind of interesting stories or anything that with some of the collabs that you've done?
Well, the one we just came out with this beer today. Actually, we have a video on it. It's
okay.
So because we're based in Yilan and we collaborated with a local Chinese traditional herbal medicine.
I saw the thing. I was going to comment on that. It was it's like tea, right? I was going to say, is that
not
weed?
Tea.
But I didn't want to say that.
It's a bunch of traditional Chinese medicine, and we brewed a beer with it.
Okay, really?
Yeah, and it's
How is that? That must be pretty unique.
It's It sounds very. It doesn't sound like it's going to be good, but it is. We made it.
Does it taste like Chinese medicine or no?
No.
It tastes like beer.
It's like beer infused with a certain amount of herbs.
Okay.
Herbs that have sweeter kind of profiles.
Okay.
It's very good. It's actually sold very well the first time we made it.
Okay.
And that's the reason why we're making a second one, and that is a new style. So
what's the name? What's the name? If somebody wants that, what do they? So
it's all in Mandarin Chinese. So because
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, but the first one is called Zao Mian, and Zao is because we use kumquat, which is called Zao.
Zao. Okay.
And Mian is to sleep.
Okay.
So and the Chinese medicine recipe was it helps you fall asleep.
Okay, well, this one will help me fall asleep tonight, too.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and the other one is, the one we come up with right now is called Zao An. So, it is the same kumquat thing, but the recipe, the herbal medicine
for the morning.
Is
it keeps you awake.
Yeah. So
it's going to give you energy.
Yeah. So, it's Zao Mian and Zao An.
Beautiful. So, that's a pretty cool collab. Do you have any other collabs that you've... Over the years, I know you've done like imperial porters for hotels and stuff like that.
Yeah, we worked.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, we did one with did two with Hotel Royal in Jiaoxi, which is one of the best hotels in all of Taiwan. I would say.
How do you get connected like that? Like, how do you family connections?
Or I feel like
look for you.
I feel like
come looking for you.
The best hotels would always be very. How do you say it? They know what's going on, and they would love to work with you. So, and Hotel Royal Jiaoxi has been, just a great help, and they're great people.
They knew about that Jim and Dad.
Yeah, and CEO's great too. They know we're there in the same area in Yilan, and he was like, love to promote us, love to help us out. So it's fantastic. That's
the way the industry should be.
Yeah, exactly.
Be,
He's such a wonderful person. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a lot of times people get lost in,
competition.
Yeah, competition. Where, it's about collaborating and helping the whole industry get better.
That's exactly what my podcast is about, and your podcast is about.
Yeah,
everybody just, we've been doing the restaurant for 13 years. Right? Yes. 14 maybe. And over the years, Mexican restaurants have come and gone. And we're always the first place they badmouth, right? They start shit talking, Eddy, blah, blah, blah. But there's a Mexican place downtown, who's a friend of mine. Actually, a couple of them. They're more and more friendly. Everybody's getting friendly. Next week, I'm going to have a guy on. He's a chef of a Mexican restaurant downtown. He's a great guy. He comes almost every Thursday for all-you-can-eat tacos. And, I mean, I'm telling him, this is the way it should be. And I'm like, come on the show. Let's chat. I mean, the industry, it's not as if there should only be one brewery on the whole island. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, there should only be one guy that makes tacos on the whole island. I mean, like, no, I'm not going to open 10,000 stores.
Yeah, because you want the category to succeed.
Yeah, exactly. Because it wasn't like that for so long, and so many Mexican places have come and gone. And I think now we're probably the longest. And I mean, for 13 years, that's pretty sad, you know, because there were some before us, like Amigos and what was the other one? Tequila Sunrise. Yeah. But I think they've all gone away, and they were here for like
Eddy's
30 years.
Cantina is an institution.
We try, brother. Man, we try. People think that it's easy. It's like, oh yeah, it's so hard to do what we do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I mean, how was it that one of my questions was, how was it you have your brewery, and then you introduced food?
Right. Yeah.
How tell us the story about when you started to introduce food.
Yeah, it's a very complicated
it's crazy
issue to try to introduce food and stuff. Because since I'm not a professional food chef and stuff, so it's not easy. And I think with more and more employees, you have management is a big issue.
Sure,
that's not easy to handle.
It's very difficult.
I think I was very lucky that I went to school. I studied. I went to business school, so I kind of
you got
had a little bit an idea what I should be expecting.
It helps. Okay.
But I think you just anticipate it, but really when things happen, you kind of just have to go with it, and it really is tough. It really is something that you encounter issues that you don't normally have to think about.
Yeah. I mean,
so.
I got there was these college girls a couple days ago. They came in for interview and they were asking me a similar question, and I told them, I mean, you're not going to know how many cups and glasses and plates that your staff breaks. I mean, you never really budget that. No. There's so many things, like they broke the fridge. They left the fridge door open all day, overnight, and then you got a $10,000 bill to replace the motor on the fridge. It's really hard to predict. Like right now we got some great people, and that was one of the things about shrinking down to one and really, really doing it right. Yeah. But I mean, even today at lunch, it was busy and things got hairy in the kitchen, and I'm just like, man, it's 14 years. How is this not fixed? It's crazy. It's a crazy industry, man.
I think the service industry has always been like this. It's a more, and it's the study of management of these kind of industries to kind of try to quantify it, try to make it scientific, but it really is the hardest because it's so easy to manage machines. It's so easy to manage technology.
Yeah, sure.
But once it's people. Sure. It's a whole different story.
Because people, they're at home. It's raining. Their socks are wet. They're not happy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or their mom got mad at them this morning because they failed a test. Or, or somebody's wife is angry or whatever. It's just like, you cannot predict this. It's crazy.
No.
And then we also get the one thing that people are like, oh, you're lucky. When I set up in Tianmu in the beginning, we went to a little sandwich shop up the street. We went for lunch there, and we told them, they're like, what are you guys doing in Tianmu? You live here? And we're like, no, we live in Danshui, but we're going to open a restaurant here.
Yeah.
And they're like, what kind of restaurant? And I said, Mexican restaurant. They're like, no. In Tianmu, all the Mexican restaurants fail. So just don't do it. And I was like, geez, okay. So what did I do? I opened 2, right? Which was, But, but I think people would say, oh, you can't do it because you're in Tianmu. And then when you do it, they're like, well, you're lucky you're in Tianmu. Like I was chatting with Raul.
Yeah.
And Raul's killing it. Crafted is doing great.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they told him, no, you cannot do that at Maji. Maji, no. You're going to fail at Maji. You're going to fail at Maji. And now it's like, oh, you're lucky you're in Maji.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it's so hard to describe what we do. It's crazy. I mean, you're starting a brewery. Oh, no. You're going to fail. Oh, but you're lucky you're in Elon. You know, or you know what I mean? It's like, what are you talking about? It's crazy.
Well, you kind of just have to.
Yeah.
You kind of just. People are always going to talk about you, whether you succeed or fail. So, yeah. I mean, it just kind of you gotta kind of have to live with it. I mean,
oh, for sure, yeah.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You know, I think it's a skill that everybody should have. I think people nowadays. I don't want to say people nowadays. I
kids
didn't mean
these
that.
days. You know what?
I'm not that old.
You're getting old when you say that, and I've said it, and I'm like, what? What are we doing here?
I didn't mean that at all.
Yeah,
I meant like people in general tend to take things more personally, and especially with like
easily offended
modern technology where everybody's so connected.
Yeah,
it's so easy to be offended by like some random people.
It's crazy. You know, I had one hater post on this show actually. Yeah. Usually it's questions for the guest. Usually it's hey, it's a great thing, blah blah blah. Or it could even be like, hey, like my show, I'll like your show, whatever.
Yeah.
But there was this one. I mean, this is going to be parental advisory, explicit lyrics, right? But he's just like, one guy said, that Eddy guy, fuck that motherfucking piece of shit. And that was his comment. And I was just like,
what? That's a wonderful person. Well, what a wonderful person.
So I replied, I said, I appreciate your comment. Thank you very much. You know, it was like, what?
It's so
no,
easy.
They called it a piece of shit motherfucker. And I'm like, what? Okay, cool. I didn't know who it was. And I looked at the profile picture and it was a salad.
Yeah,
so,
I'm sure people trolls.
It's just some troll. I mean, I was actually happy. I'm like, hey, we're getting there if we got haters, you know? Like, we're getting there.
Hey, man. I was talking, I think in one of my interviews with one of the brewers, like, you know, even when you succeed, there's you know, if you just have to have 51% of the people that'll like you to succeed.
Exactly. Sure. I actually have this conversation with my daughter a lot because, I mean, she's a mixed kid. She speaks English and Chinese. She's super, I mean, I'm biased, but she's super cute. You know, everywhere we go, everyone's like, oh, she's so cute.
Wait, she speaks English and Chinese. Does she speak Spanish at all?
A little bit. We're working on that. I think the summer plan is to just bang out the Spanish.
Okay.
But
hey, trilingual is amazing.
That would be amazing, right? Yeah. But she's
are you trilingual?
Kind of, I think.
Yeah, I think you are.
I am kind of, but I mean my Mandarin. But you know what happened was my Spanish is deteriorating. That's the word I like to use.
What would you think is your first?
English for sure. English for sure. Yeah. My Spanish deteriorates the more Chinese I learn, I think.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It really is hard to maintain three languages.
It's hard, yeah. So, but I mean, she goes to school. Everybody loves her. Everywhere we go, all the little boys love her. All the little girls want to be her friend. But there's a small percentage that hate her because she's the little girl that everybody loves. Everybody loves this kid. Teachers like her. Everybody likes her. Yeah. So there's a small percentage of kids that hate her. And I told her there's always going to be that because there's always going to be somebody that just doesn't like you because I do it like Mexican style where I'm just like super direct. I'm like, they wish they were you. That's why they hate you, you know? But I mean, that's just the simplified version for me, you know, to be like.
I think that's very true.
Yeah. I mean, it's like they wish they were in your shoes.
Yeah.
And I mean, like we get hate. I get hate all the time, you know?
I have a hard time imagining people not liking you.
Well, man, I feel the same way about you, but I mean, ask that dude who posted that.
I'm such an asshole.
Yeah, this guy's
really
look at that face right there. That's
I really am an asshole. I know I am.
Let's jump on the next one, brother. You recovered from that one?
Yeah.
So this one is made with fresh jalapenos. Okay. So when we get fresh jalapenos from the Taiwanese farms.
So local jalapeno.
They're all local. Everything we use is local.
Oh,
everything.
Man.
Our beer's local. Our food's local. If you ever come out for tacos and you get corn tortillas,
right? The
corn tortillas are now locally ground corn from local Taiwanese organic farms.
Oh my god!
Incredible! It's incredible.
That's fantastic.
That's it. Because that's the way it should be, right?
Yeah.
Why order it from the other side of the world when you got a farm right there? It's crazy.
That's fantastic.
It's crazy, man. So local jalapenos. The big ones, we keep them, we slice them, and we stuff them, and we make jalapeno poppers out of them.
Those are fantastic.
And the little ones, we make this sauce out of them. And this sauce, I think I made a couple days ago, so it's gonna probably be. You'll have a kick for sure. So
I have to go
enjoy, my brother. Enjoy. You want the drummy?
Yeah,
drummy, baby. Drum. Oh my God, they caked it on there too. Beauty. Okay, they caked it on there. Local ingredients, baby. You know it.
Oh yeah.
We actually bottle this one as well.
Oh, you bottle these? Do you sell the bottles?
We do. We do. We're starting to sell bottles of hot sauce because after we started this show, a lot of people are just like, sell the bottles. We want it. It's crazy because you can post it. We got bottles. We got bottles. We got bottles. And then people are like, man. But then Raul swings by, grabs 2 bottles, posts a picture of him holding 2 bottles.
Yeah.
And then that day, we sold out of all our bottles.
Raul's an influencer.
Raul. He's a sexy man as well. Yeah. Raul Garcia. I bet he's watching. He's going to check it out. So I've got to get you back on the show, brother. We did you dirty with 2 people the first time. Brandy, Raul. We'll get you guys on. Brandy's leaving soon, so we'll get him on very soon.
Brandy's leaving soon.
Brandy is an absolute legend, man. There are quite I would say there's a handful of people.
Brandy's awesome.
There's a handful of people that are absolute legends that you meet in this business, and Brandy is one of them. Brandy Cooper, shout out to you, man. Absolute legend. Love that guy. Yeah, he loves that summer Mosaic, man. He loves that.
He has a YouTube channel too, I think.
He does. I subscribe.
I'm a subscriber too.
I do. I love it. It's the biking one. They bike all over the island.
Sorry, I look a bit. Yeah, I'm a little bit in pain.
Okay.
So
it's okay. That's okay. Take your time. So we were just talking about local ingredients. I know that you use local pomelos and local kumquats and all that to make your beers as well. So how do you feel that affects business? Or how does it make you feel to use local ingredients? It's 2 questions, I guess. Yeah.
Man, we need to get these questions early on, man. I need easy questions at this stage.
Okay. If you use local kumquats, how do people feel about it?
I feel fantastic.
Don't touch your eyes. You feel great.
I know.
Okay.
I feel fantastic.
Okay.
I feel wow.
Do you promote it? Do you say, "Hey, we're using local"?
Yeah, we try to promote it. I don't promote it as much in English. I promote it a lot in Chinese. That we try to use local.
Oh, that's a hot one. That's burning. So I had
I just had a bite.
That's cool. I remember you had
oh god.
There was a local company that was doing pomelo, right? Local pomelo beer, but they did like yuzu, and they were using imported Japanese fruit. And then we talked about it, and you're like, "No, you got to use the local one." And then you did your local pomelo one.
Hey man, Taiwan's got a lot of fruit.
Pomelos,
Taiwan's full of fruit. So Taiwan's like the place.
It's the fruit kingdom. It's the fruit kingdom.
Yeah, yeah. You want to use fruits, you should use local. So
I agree. So
feels great talking to farmers.
You know what? This summer, one of my goals is I just got these little Bluetooth mics.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head down
to the
take the equipment
farm?
down. Jalapeno farm and the corn farm.
Where is it?
Ping Dong, the jalapeno one.
Okay, wow.
The corn one, I'm not sure. I have to check the address. But we get our corn from this.
Probably somewhere in the south, too.
Probably. It has to be the south, right? Imagine going out to this corn farm and, having this corn and being like, boom, this to this tortilla. It's great.
That'd be a good show.
Delicious, man. So we're going to go down and do that. Yeah. I love chatting with farmers, too. They're just kind of like, they don't want to chat.
Yeah.
They're busy. They're busy. They got work to do, right?
Yeah.
I love chatting with
fantastic.
farmers.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah.
Taiwanese people are very friendly, easy to talk to, but they're very camera shy. They're very shy.
Yeah. I think that Taiwanese people are...
You need to get them some beer. Get them some beer in them, and they will talk. They will talk, and they will tell you everything they know.
I think
they'll invite you to dinner, and you want to get out of it.
Yeah.
They'll try to invite you to dinner.
I think that I've been here for like 18 years, man. And Taiwan is. I mean, I haven't been to every country in the world, but this is the best. This is the best for me. I've spent a lot of time in Mexico. I spent a lot of obviously born and raised in Canada. This is the best place ever. The island, you living on a tropical island. Great fruit, great people. Women are beautiful. Everything's great.
Great healthcare.
Great. The healthcare is the best in the world.
Great healthcare.
Great healthcare.
Especially during the pandemic.
And then we got this pandemic that's like super close to us, and we're like the safest place in the world.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It really is.
It's the craziest thing. We love it. And then you meet people. Like I know friends that have lived in Korea, Japan, Taiwan, and some of the other countries. And this is not a knock on the other countries, but let's say you live in Japan. You can be raised there. You can even be born there, like half, like my daughter. They will never consider you a local.
Yeah.
But here, I go out, I'll speak Chinese to people, and they're like, "Hey, do you like dojo?" And I'm like, "Oh, 很久啊." And they're just like, "Wow, this is Taiwan right now." I'm like, "Well, fuck, that makes me feel good."
Yeah.
Because they're very welcoming people. They'll come out and they will try the food. They will come up in Mexico. They won't eat anything but Mexican food in Guadalajara. No. They won't. They go out for like sushi. It's a freaking tortilla. It's like it's like a burrito stuffed with whatever, and they cut it up into little thing. And they're like, "Hey, I'm eating sushi. I'm international. It's still Mexican food, with the red rice and the beans. Hey, what are you doing? In Mexico, and it's not a knock on Mexico.
It's like a ceviche kind of.
Exactly. Yeah, I love some ceviche. It's crazy. Yeah. Mexican, man. I love Mexican people, and Canada. Canada's a beautiful place. I was born and raised there. But the people are. I don't want to. It's a little bit more dry, It's a little drier. I mean, Mexico. Everyone's like, hey, like do. Everybody's really like super passionate, right in your face, and like, hey, it's good. And Canada's like, well, hello, sir. Well, how are you? Well, I'm fine, thank you. It's very different too.
It's very cold.
It's okay. It's cold. It's okay. It's a cold place. It's a cold place to be. It's okay. I love it there. I wouldn't trade my upbringing for the world. I'm Mexican, full Mexican, but born and raised in Canada. It's great. But after coming here, this is the place, man. I love it here.
Yeah, I think the reason why Taiwanese people are more acceptable of foreign culture, international stuff, is because Taiwan itself is an immigrant country by itself. It's not. It's so rare in Asia to have a country that is based on immigration, which is very rare because Japan, Korea, China, Vietnam, anywhere else in Southeast Asia is much more based on the local population instead of immigration. So.
Hold up, check this out. I have a question from Raul Garcia. I have a question. Wait. What's it like to kiss a girl?
Fuck you, Raul.
Raul Garcia, how dare you? How dare you? Okay. Number 2, what's the brewery name?
Jim and Dad's Brewing. Thank you very much.
Jim and Dad's Brewery in Elan. You have to try this summer Mosaic. Raul, shame on you.
Yeah, fuck you, man.
Oh, Raul.
Yeah, it's fine. I've been single for I think 6 years now, 5 or 6 years since I started the brewery. So.
Okay. Yeah. Working hard, yeah.
Yeah. I was in a relationship for 5 years prior to this, so I know what it's like to kiss a girl, and
Jim sure knows what it's like, Raul.
Okay.
Jim knows what it's like to kiss a girl.
Yes. Fuck you, Raul.
And by the way, your beer price is going up, Raul. Just because of that.
Exactly.
Just because of that, your beer price is up 10%. Yeah. Jesus. So how's the beer received from let's say locals? How do they receive your beer? As opposed to maybe expats, how do they receive your style of beer?
I think I don't know that much about expats.
Yeah, sure, okay.
But
I'll tell you, they love it. They love the American style.
Locals. That's why we have different kinds of beers, right? That's why we have the Chinese medicine kind of beers.
Okay.
That's why we the kumquat beer is actually the one where we try to blend the two, where we try to use an American style and use local ingredients and a local flavor. I mean, we try everything.
Okay.
So It's yeah, I don't really know how to answer that question.
Okay, no, that's all good. No, I think here, I think you were saying you're trying to blend the two. I think that the Summer Mosaic is the perfect blend because people come in, it's got that like American flavor, but it's light. You know, like the double, that's super duper, like double IPA. The local sees a 9.7. Unless they're here to get shit faced, they're not drinking it. But let's say an American or Canadian, if they are here to get shit faced, they are drinking it. And I think the Summer Mosaic is the perfect blend. I think it's one of our best sellers. I would imagine it's one of your best sellers.
It is.
Yeah. Do you have other best sellers that are up there with
Recently,
that?
we have a tea wheat beer that has beaten Summer Mosaic.
Really? I love that.
But I think it's mostly with locals. I think Taiwanese people really love their tea.
I think that's great because if you can fuse something from here. A friend of mine was like a home brewer, and he left a long time ago. And he did like this jasmine tea IPA. And it was freaking delicious. And I never had a tea beer before that.
A bit too much beer, yeah.
A little too much of this. And it was delicious. And I have tried different breweries' beers. There has been other tea beers. What's the guys that do tea beer all the time? There's a few. There's one brewer that's always got
Taiwan Head Brewer.
Yes, Taiwan Head. They got tons of tea beers, right? And I had some that I really liked some, and some were okay-ish. But I think that the tea beer could be something big, especially in Asia. I mean, I don't know.
Oh yeah. Well, I think it could be.
This,
Yo, no, please go ahead. I'm gonna drink this.
I'm gonna take this all for Daddy.
Yeah. Baby. I knew you would like this.
If you have a chance, go down to the tap room. Where's the tap room?
大稻埕.
大稻埕.
迪化街.
Go down to 迪化街, 大稻埕. Get some of this. And if you're going, send me a message because I want to try that on tap.
Yes.
I'm scared to put it on tap now because I'll become an alcoholic. Oh, it's so delicious, man. I think, you know what? My daughter would be like, hey, this is delicious because she's like a super duper. It's funny because she's a little, mixed Taiwanese and mixed me, whatever I am, girl.
Right.
And she looks more Asian.
Right.
But her mindset and her everything is more like me. Like she'll be like carrot cake, chocolate cake, muaji. She'll be like, I don't want muaji. I want double chocolate, devil's food cake, And I'm like, hell yeah, that's my daughter. And she'll bite like the muaji and she'll be like, this is okay. But I want that carrot cake. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Yeah.
Because she loves tacos, burgers,
More Western.
She loves Texas Tom's brisket.
Oh yeah,
she loves that. I mean, that stuff's delicious, right?
She loves. Good.
She does like Taiwanese food.
Yeah,
but I'll be like, I pick her up from kindergarten. This 5-year-old girl, pick her up. I'm like, okay, what do you want for lunch? And she'd be like, okay, you can choose from fish tacos, Texas Tom's brisket, or butter chicken at saffron. You choose. And I'm just like, whoa, okay, those are my choices: fish tacos, smoked brisket, or butter chicken. And I'm just like, okay, that's my kid right there, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, yeah. That's pretty heavy duty, man. Oh, that's delicious. That's delicious. You ready?
Yes.
Next one. Let's do it.
Woo. I think we can rush through these two.
Let's do it. Let's do it, bro. Right, take a bite and go. So, do it.
What is this one?
This one is
awesome.
This one is made with chocolate habaneros.
Okay.
Chocolate habaneros, baby. Let's go. Good? Bad? I just made that yesterday.
Oh yeah, there it is.
There you go.
There it is.
Sometimes when you're testing these, you're like, oh no, does it have enough salt? And you're like, It tastes less than the jalapeno. I'll be honest.
There it is.
There it is, huh? Woo! So, 5-year plan for Jim and Dad's. What do you got? What's the plan for the next 5 years of Jim and Dad's?
Survive for 5 more years.
Okay.
Don't go broke.
Don't go broke? That's always our plan. You know, it's amazing that in this business, everybody thinks, that's a rough one, eh? Everybody thinks that you're making...
It's a late kick.
It's a late kick, yeah? People think you're making so much money, right? Yeah. And for so many years, while people are coming and they're spending all this money, for so many years, you're on that breaking point line of being broke and shut down. For me, my personal experience, I've had to go to the bank many times and borrow money to pay salaries. Right. I mean, there's been it's been rough, man. It's not an easy business, you know. And I remember I met this guy and he's like, well, I hate teaching English, but I think I'm just going to open a restaurant. You know, it's pretty easy. I mean, you did it. That's what he said to me. And I was like, okay, interesting.
Didn't know you think that little of me.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know I was the dirt beneath your shoes, but I appreciate it. Yeah, enjoy your tacos. You know?
Exactly.
So 5-year plan. What about? We were talking earlier about the whole COVID-19 thing. How has that affected things for you? I mean, I think everybody's been hit. It's a big kick in the nuts for everyone.
Taipei is bad, but Elon's pretty good. We're hoping that during the summer, with people not being able to travel, tourism will kick up.
Okay.
We'll have good.
I think what we can do is we can put together a promotion for people that are staying in Taiwan, like a staycation. Come to Elan, hit a B&B. Go to Jim and Dad. Spend the day at Jim and Dad.
I think there's already a tour group coming in.
Okay, beautiful. I think it has
late
to be
June.
Yeah. It should be that way.
For
go to Cavalan. Go to Jim and Dad's. Right?
Yeah, you could do a whiskey and do a
whiskey one day, beer the other day. I mean, I need a couple.
Well, you can do it back to back.
Back to back, yeah. Ooh, let's do it. When's the next festival?
I don't know.
Are we done for festivals for a little bit?
I don't know what we're gonna do. We had to cancel our latest one.
I know. That's why I'm asking. Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay. So the 5-year plan: stay alive.
Stay alive and see what happens, man. Yeah. I really don't think that. I'm trying not to think that much ahead.
Okay. Do you have any kind of like dream collabs that you want in your life? Let's say a local collab or an international collab with like a famous brewery.
Boy, I don't know.
Do you have any? Are you a fan of a specific brewery that you're like, I want to do something with these guys?
I think if I ever get a chance to, I'd love to visit some of the one of the Belgian like sour beer breweries.
Okay.
And do something there because like.
You like sours.
It's not like I like sours. I like the concept behind it, where it's not as scientific. It's about tradition, where you let the germs, the bacteria in the air to get into your beer.
Oh, I've heard the stories about the Belgian sour stuff.
Spontaneous fermentation, and it's such a artistic way of brewing beer that
it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Transcends science.
Beautiful.
That feel
old traditional way where you've got all this technology, but you're still going.
Yeah, school. But it has a certain appeal to me.
Okay.
Because
do you like sour beers?
Not that much.
I mean, you're a beer guy, right? I actually, personally, I love lemon and I love like vinegars and I love all of that stuff, but I don't like sour beers.
Yeah, I'm not a big sour beer fan well, but I really do appreciate
like a lambic or something, like a raspberry lambic.
I appreciate it on a little bit.
You're like,
I appreciate it on a very technical level. I think, and I'd really love to be able to do something like that.
We have sold sours here, It's a tough sell. It's a tough sell
really,
for us.
Yeah, it's not a drinking beer. It's more of a tasting beer.
Yeah.
You taste it. You don't really chug it.
Yeah, I think, and like I said, I love raspberries. I love berries. I love sour, everything. But beer, I want beer to taste kind of just like this. I want beer to taste like this. And if it tastes like this, like it tastes like a dessert to me. I'm loving that, brother. Feeling good, all right?
Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready to rock that last one.
Let's go for the last one.
Okay, let's go for it, okay? So the last one is one of the sauces that we don't make. I have a guy who makes this for us, and it is made with Trinidad scorpions.
Okay.
It's pretty rough. So
oh, man.
get in there, brother. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah. Let's go for it.
Raul is watching.
I'm sure Raul's watching.
He's watching.
Can we see how many people is watching?
We got 3. We've had up to like 11. Right now we got 3. It's up and down. Yeah.
Okay.
So we got Raul.
Hey, Raul,
seriously, dude.
Let's go for
whatever,
it,
brother. Yeah.
All right.
Here, we help yourself, right? Get on that. Oh my lord. Last one. Let's go.
Oh, this is going to be bad.
That's a rough one. Man. So do you have any... First of all, congratulations, you made it. Second of all, this beer is delicious.
Thank you.
And third of all, do you have any messages for any of the Jim and Dad's fans out there?
Keep drinking Summer Mosaic.
Keep drinking Summer Mosaic.
When you eat spicy food at Eddy's, Summer Mosaic is your savior.
Summer Mosaic. Okay. What's your favorite beer?
Summer Mosaic.
Summer Mosaic. Okay. So if you only chose one beer, you're on an island, you can only have one. You're choosing summer. Okay. Oh, that's tough. Ooh, it's hot. That's hot. So do you have any advice for any, let's say, home brewers who are thinking about making the jump, trying to do what you do? Get up there, open a tap room, open a bar, open a brewery. Any advice for these guys?
Don't. Just homebrew.
Just homebrew. Don't do it. It's funny because I had a restaurant guy on and asked the same question. Do you have any advice for people that want to open a restaurant? He said, don't. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh.
The last one is pretty rough. So, Jim, thank you for coming, brother. I know you're not a massive spicy food guy, but you made it. You finished the gauntlet. I'm a little bit on fire right now, so I'm a little euphoric, especially with this 12% beer as well. We love it. Any last words for the people? For the people.
Stay safe.
Stay safe, everybody. We love you.
Drink beer.
Drink more Summer Mosaic. We've got it. Go to Elan. Oh. If you need growlers, we've got these beautiful double-walled Jim and Dad's growlers here available at Eddy's Cantina. You can get your fills done out here. You get super special deals if you get your Jim and Dad's growler filled at Jim and Dad's. We love you guys. We will see you next week. And thanks for checking us out. Thank you, Jim, my man.
Oh, shit, man.
Oh, brother. Thank you so much, man. Take care, everybody. Peace.
Oh.